Hey friends, it is Friday, October 27th, and the bad news is you're not in class. The good news is you know where to go for your review and for your help. And by the way, I'm chewing extra gum. I don't know if this counts as a promotional for extra gum, but I love extra gum. It just seems to maintain its consistency a lot longer than the other gums. Okay? All right. So what we're looking at is 2.2.6. Is there an easier way or learning target for today? We will use the standard algorithm for multiplying fractions and use generic rectangles to multiply mixed numbers. Okay, so that's where we kind of left off yesterday. We were looking at multiplying mixed numbers. And the success criteria is, can you multiply two fractions with an area model? And can you use standard multiplication rules? And then with standard algorithms, can you multiply mixed numbers? Okay. So when you come in today, the first thing we're going to do is fast bridge. And remember, that just goes blue, green, white, red. If you finish cycle one of blue, green, white, red, then it goes back to blue, green, white, red. If you finish that, blue, green, white, red. Then we're going to do just a couple problems lead up, and we're going to take our formative number one. And that has to do with fractions, decimals, and percents. And specifically, if you go 84 divided by 99, what would that be as a fraction or as a decimal? And remember, if you go 84 divided by 100, it's 0.84 or 84 hundredths. But if you go 84 divided by 99, it's going to go 0.84, 0.84, 0.84, 0.84, 0.84, 0.84, 0.84, forever. 0.84 repeating. Okay? So that's the difference between dividing by a 10 and dividing by a 9. And then after that, we're going to do homework 92 and 97. So homework 92 and 97 look like this. I'm going to log in to my CPM Math. Extra gum. It lasts, friends. My kids tease me because I'm an aggressive gum chewer. And then at football games, they notice that too. They're like, Dad, you just keep chewing and chewing and chewing. All right, so we're at 2.2.697. Rana is making a small flower bed that is 3.5 by 1.5 feet. She needs to find the area so she can add the correct amount of fertilizer to the soil. On your paper, draw the rectangle shown at the right, then complete the parts below. Write the area in each of the four parts of the drawing. Then find the total area. Write an equation that represents the sum of the four areas. What multiplication problem could you use to solve the problem? Okay, remember we could take the shortcut too. After the area, we could go 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7, so we have 7 halves, times 2 times 1 plus 1 is 3, 3 halves. 7 halves times 3 halves. 7 times 3 over 2 times 2. Then we're going to skip to 99. As Jonique was working in class, she had to do the problem 2 1/3 times 3 1/4. She did not want to draw rectangles. However, she thinks that she has figured out a shortcut for multiplying mixed numbers. I know how to change mixed numbers into fractions. That will make the problem much easier, she boasted. Look at Jonique's work shown at the right. She said 2 1/2 times 3 1/4. I went 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 halves. And then I went 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13, 13 fourths. On the top, I went 5 times 13 is 65. Denominators, 2 times 4 is 8. I looked at this. I said 8 goes into 64 8 times with 1 left over, and keep the denominator 8. 8 and 1/8. So, with your group, can you do that for 3 1/2 times 1 1/2? Can you do that for 1 1/3 times 2 1/2? Can you do that for 1 1/3 times 3 1/2? And then, what do you like better? Do you like generic rectangle models, or do you like the algorithms? Okay. After that, we're going to take our formative number 2. If you finish that, this is you do you. And depending on how the kids are doing, if we get done, we are doing homework. Come on, Johnson. We're doing 105. And this is a coordinate grid. Make both the x-axis and the y-axis go from -10 to +10. Then plot the following points. Label each point with its letter. This says -2.2, +4.64. Remember, we go x-axis first, then the y-axis. Okay. B, go 8.2. Then we go 7.59. C, negative 3.4, 3 and 4/7, and then negative 9 and 3/10. Then D, positive 0.62, and then negative 5.1. Okay? That is our Friday, October 27th. I hope you're doing well. I hope that we see you on Monday. And just remember that we miss you when you are not here. All right, friends, have a beautiful Friday, and I will smell you later. Extra gum. It lasts longer. Really does.